All right, guys. We got a little different of a segment today. We got some Lafayette guys, football players on. We have Saiku White and Austin Eldridge. We're gonna try something different. Get some new Lafayette athletes on every week. So thanks for coming on, boys.
No problem.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so we're gonna start out with a good debate. Who you got, MJ or LeBron as your favorite?
LeBron.
MJ, we actually had this conversation.
Yeah, we did.
2-3 days ago.
Dude, MJ.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you say LeBron?
I mean, I just think if you put LeBron in MJ's shoes, not only does he go 6-0 in those finals, but he'll probably win. He'll probably go deeper. He might even make a finals before he gets Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, because he used to get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs.
Mhm.
And also, people love to point to the first 8 years of their career, but people don't remember that LeBron came out of high school and MJ went to college and all that.
I thought like MJ because he took that little bit of a break, like to go play baseball. And I thought if he didn't take that break, because that was like during the prime of his career, he could have won a few more. Is that what you?
I mean, you tell me this: if you put MJ in LeBron's shoes, is he winning any more championships?
No, I'm a
Yes,
Cavs
he
fan.
is.
So don't get me
Who against who?
Don't get me wrong. I want to say that, right? I'm a Cavs fan through and through. You know, we lost the Warriors. That team was terrible. We were so bad. But we would have won if JR could just pass the freaking ball, though. But
Yeah, the fact that LeBron even made it to that finals without any other superstars is crazy. MJ is not making to that finals.
Saiku, what do you think?
I think that he would at least make the finals. I mean, without Scottie. I mean, really, it was him and Scottie, honestly.
Bro, they made the conference finals without him when he left.
Okay, but that still doesn't mean that MJ is better than him. If you put MJ in LeBron's shoes right now, or back in the Cavs era, they're gonna beat the Warriors when JR forgot to pass the ball.
Bro, no,
I'm telling you, they are.
No, they're not.
No one in this era can guard MJ. Period.
What? Who in that area is guarding LeBron? And LeBron is past
Scottie.
I mean, the defense.
You got Scottie.
Dude, back in the
Scottie
day,
is not holding LeBron under 30 points.
Dude,
Bill Laimbeer.
LeBron has gone up.
Rick Mahorn.
Bill Laimbeer.
Listen,
they were dogs.
LeBron has had to go against plays as physical as Dennis Rodman does. You can't tell me that's didn't happen.
I don't understand how you think that the Chicago Bulls are going to stop the Golden State Warriors when they had Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, and a bench that could put up points. And they had DeMarcus Cousins too. Like, what?
Yeah, that team might be the greatest team of all time. I'm just thinking MJ is a better player of all time. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Y'all can have I'm going to have mine.
Okay, you know, I respect that debate. All right, I want to get into our big rivalry. We got a Lafayette Lehigh. So, what are we gonna do to get 4 straight years of dubs for the team?
I could just speak for our class, like personally, because like we haven't played them yet. I just know we recruited like a way better class than they did, and like a lot of the guys in our class were also recruited by Lehigh, like me, for example. And I actually, when I went up to visit Lafayette, like we couldn't do like a fit. We couldn't meet the coaches or anything, but like what the NCAA allows, like you could get toured by players. Mm-hmm. And so I actually went to get toured by Lafayette first, and then I went to Lehigh second. Yeah. And like I liked Lafayette more, so I picked Lafayette. But our recruiting class is like 10 times more talented than theirs is, and so they're gonna struggle at least with our class. And I know we beat them last time too, so I mean I think it's looking up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be. Yeah, I was recruited by Lehigh too. It's just the coaching staff. Like our coaching staff now is, I would say, is a lot more intentional than Lehigh's was. At least in my recruiting.
Yeah.
So I feel like that carries on to the field a lot.
Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of us. I mean, I was recruited by Lehigh. I feel like if you're recruited by Lafayette, you probably got recruited by Lehigh. It was just that's why it's such a big rivalry for us. And talk about you guys got a quarterback. He's like a 3-star. Sean Davis, is that his name?
Yeah,
he's big.
And the funny thing actually is, I'm gonna cut you off. The funny thing is, Lehigh had been recruiting me for a while, and then Lafayette was talking to me for like a week, and they offered me, and then Lehigh was like, "Oh shoot!" And the next day they offered me, but I already knew who messed with me first because they offered me first. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Feel that. We're gonna transition. Okay, you guys obviously are football players. We got a big question. Who's your favorite teams? Who's you guys?
New York Giants.
You're a Giants fan?
I'm a
Uh-huh.
Cowboys fan.
Well, we got an NFC East. I'm a Browns fan, okay? So I've suffered more than all of y'all. And we're about to get JJ Watt. I'm just gonna say JJ's coming.
Y'all not getting JJ Watt's going to the Steelers with his brother. I don't
Yeah.
care what nobody says.
You know what?
Yeah,
If
he's
they
going. That's where he's
spend
going.
money. Jimmy has to spend some money. I'm just saying.
The
I mean, y'all
Giants
be
are one of the
lethal
best
on
up and
defense,
coming
though.
teams in the league. The Dallas Cowboys have no future. They're just trending down.
I gotta agree with Austin on this one. I gotta agree with Austin.
Danny Dimes sucks. Danny Dimes is terrible.
Bro, what?
He's gonna run
He has one
y'all's
of the
franchise into
highest
the
graded
ground.
ratings with no talent he had
There's
this
no
season.
one.
Like, he didn't have Saquon was injured. He had no true number one receiver. His O-line was like terrible.
Yeah.
Like, and he
We
still
would have done
produced.
better if Dak didn't get hurt. But CeeDee Lamb,
Yeah, he's a real
he's
deal.
the future.
He's a real deal. I'm not gonna deny that. We're gonna get into a little topic. So apparently, I found out in our Lafayette group chat, there's like gnat swarms, right? I heard they're like huge there.
Mhm.
Okay, what happens if you get a big gnat swarm pull up on you guys and you're in the middle of it?
I know they
I don't
happen
even
in
know really
Georgia.
what to do. Yeah,
I
they
know
have.
that
They're bad.
you're supposed
here
to
in
stick
Georgia.
your hand up in the air because they go for the highest point of your body.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was just the highest, like lightest point. That's what I was told, but I really don't know.
I'm gonna be
with your
more
eyes
trouble
closed,
with
I
my
guess.
skin, huh?
Dude, I'm just trying not to get fit up by those things. I don't want a bunch of little bumps on me for like a week. That's what I'm gonna want.
They honestly don't even they don't even bite you as much as they just like annoy you and get on your skin as much. Like it's I mean, I don't know if you've dealt with them before. I dealt with them in Georgia. They just come in like swarms and then they just try to like mess with the top of your head.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So what do you guys think you're most looking forward about going to college next year to our school?
That depends. Like,
this can be off the field or this could be on the field, dude.
I mean, I'm excited about playing, obviously.
Yeah.
Just getting on the field, but I think outside of the field, really just partying, but not like heavy partying, but just like being able to enjoy myself.
Yeah, I would say like the freedom aspect too. Like, you get like freedom in high school, but like, it's kind of your first time living on your own, so you get to like make your own path. And I'm excited to play college football and stuff. Like, I mean, there's like obviously, Georgia football. Me and Saiku plays big time, so like we get a lot of fans, especially from everywhere, like around the town and stuff, to come to watch the game. But like, I'm trying to see what a college football fan base looks like too.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this debate right now. Who is the best NFL player right now?
Tom Brady. Well, offense or defense?
We'll go offense and we'll go defense. I'm interested to hear both.
Tom Brady.
I think Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time. But if you say NFL player, like you can't just say quarterback. I think it's Aaron Donald.
So who you got on offense though? Because we're gonna do offense and defense. Green Bay, and he's like one of the best running backs in the league. Like they don't want to pay.
That's crazy.
Like,
they see running backs as replaceable because they have such short clocks.
It's really unfair. It's like you get beat up for like 4 or 5 years. Like look at Le'Veon Bell. He got screwed out of money. And I mean, Pittsburgh, he was one of the best running backs in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's these teams, they don't want to pay. They don't want to give running backs max contracts because you see running backs rush for like 1,000 yards and then they all of a sudden like they like run out of miles and then they rush for like 400 the next year. So
yeah,
that's what happened with Melvin Gordon. Now he's at the Broncos. He was at the Chargers. Now he's at the Broncos, and I mean, you really didn't hear his name all year. So
Lindsay.
Reality.
The only one that actually did get paid was McCaffrey, but then look, he got injured like this year, pretty much the whole year.
Yeah, McCaffrey is nice too. It just depends on how young they are, and honestly, a lot of the reason that you see colleges recruiting multiple really nice running backs, like you'll see like Alabama get like 3 5 stars in a year, is because everybody wants to be in the situation that Georgia was when they had Chubb, Gurley, and like Sony Michel, because nobody wants to get ran to the ground during college because then they're gonna have less miles for the NFL.
I had a nice little trade before the start of the season. I traded McCaffrey for fantasy, right? I got D-Hop, I got D-Hop, Aaron Gordon, Robert Tonyan, and I got Tyler Lockett.
For who?
For McCaffrey.
That is a good.
I finessed.
Yeah, but McCaffrey when he's healthy, he can put up fantasy numbers any week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best receiving back in the NFL.
Yeah. So who did you say? You said Aaron Donald and Saiku. Who do you got for your best defense player?
Let's see. Shoot. Oh, Devin White for the Bucks. Yes. I mean, he flies around the field. He makes plays all over the field.
You just saw the Super Bowl. Obviously, he's a real talented line. He's not even the best linebacker. He's not even the top 3 linebacker.
No, Devin White is the best linebacker.
He didn't get voted for the Pro Bowl. He did get snubbed, but he still didn't get voted for the Pro Bowl.
Man, wait, why do you say Devin White? I'm actually interested in this.
Because if you watch him throughout the season, he's just a playmaker. Like, he's all over the field. Like, he'll ball be 50 down the field, and he's right there running with him. Because he ran like a 4.46 40 or something like that as a 230-pound linebacker. So him just being able to make plays all over the field.
Bobby Wagner?
What'd you say?
You telling me he's better than Bobby Wagner?
Yes. Yes.
He's bugging out.
Dude. You good right now, man?
Saquon's off with that meme, with that dude in the meme was off, to be honest.
All right, you know what? We're going to get out of this. We're going to finish the final topic. You guys NBA fans? You NBA fan? We're going to finish the final thing.
Yeah, I like watching the NBA.
Okay, who's your favorite team?
I don't have a favorite team. I'm a LeBron fan.
So you're a Laker right now.
Wherever LeBron is, I'm a fan of that team.
What about you, Saiku?
I'm the same way.
Okay, so we got the injury right to AD happen. Lakers haven't looked hot, right? I know they're going to get him back, but I don't think the Lakers will win this year. I genuinely don't think they'll win the championship.
I would bet my entire life savings that they win in 6.
You know, we're going to have to see on that. I think
I'll just keep doubting Brian.
I think it depends who they get. Like, look, they get, like, say the Trailblazers first round or somebody like that. That's a tough matchup. And if you get the West, you got 3 tough games, right? And then you're
the Trailblazers.
I think Trailblazers are good.
That is not a tough matchup. All you got to do is set down Damian Lillard.
Dame Dollar is the real deal.
Didn't they get swept last time they saw the Lakers? Or
yeah, but
I think it's funny how teams are thinking that Utah Jazz are about to beat the Lakers because they had a tough start to the season.
No way.
See, for the Lakers, for me, I think they're going to get 3 tough matchups, right? And then I don't think the Nets are better than them, but I think the East is so bad right now. The Nets are going to get a few easy matchups, right? And they're going to feel a little bit more rested than the Lakers. So I think they're going to come into it and they can beat them.
No, that'll be a good series, though, Nets and Lakers. But
it'd be a good series. I mean, but they got LeBron, though. That's the thing.
And the Nets have no center.
That is true. Who's going to guard Anthony?
But they got KD.
No one can.
No, KD can't guard Anthony Davis.
A matchup nightmare. He's gonna get like 6 or 7 offensive boards. That's my only problem with that. I want to say the Nets are a better team, but the matchups are what's got me.
That's true.
I mean, the Nets are a better scoring team.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it really just takes one injury and that big 3, and their whole season is just derailed. The Lakers, I feel like even if AD got injured, I feel like they would still win the finals because they have such a strong bench. And like people forget, they have Dennis Schroeder, who was like a borderline star. when he was with OKC. He could turn up in the playoffs too.
That's true. And the role pieces are pretty good. Like you got Caldwell Pope, you got Kuzma. I mean,
Caldwell Pope did not miss in the finals last year.
Yeah, and the Spencer Dinwiddie's going to be back soon. That's a big deal for the Nets, though, because
That's true.
That's true. And then I think really the Nets need. I know they have no salary cap space, but they can find a way to get a role piece and like a center. If they can get a center, like Andre Drummond's on the market. I don't know if they got the money for that, but
what happened to Jared Allen? Didn't they have him?
They traded him to the Cavs.
Oh, why?
Because they had cap space they needed to get so they could bring James Harden. We got Jared Allen for a second-round pick.
That's crazy.
We robbed him. We gave him a second-round pick.
The Cavs might have a bright future because they have Colin Sexton, Jared Allen. They get like a superstar small forward in this year's draft. They get like Cade Cunningham or something with the first pick.
Yeah, we have Garland, Sexton, Allen, Kevin Love. We are never getting rid of that contract. It's so bad. Mm-hmm. So then we really just need a small forward. Our team's solid after that. So
did y'all trade Kevin Porter?
We did, because Kevin Porter. So when we made
he got in trouble.
When we made that trade with the Nets, it was kind of a shitty thing the Cavs did. I'm not gonna lie. They gave it. Torrin Prince came over here, right? Kevin wasn't here for 2 weeks to deal with a family issue. They took his locker, right, and put it in the back where no one was at, and they gave his locker away. And then Kevin yelled at the front office, and they traded him the next day.
That's crazy.
And he's a beast. He could have been a beast at small forward. Like, they just need to work it out, and we've been showing.
For sure.
You know who's gonna be nice soon? The people are sleeping on the Grizzlies because if they have John Morant, who's going to turn into a superstar. Yeah. If they get like a big time center, something in the draft, it's going to be dangerous.
I saw they also play at Murray State. I met him. Yeah.
6'10" kid.
They have Dylan Brooks, a nice piece too. They got some like, I'm interested to see when like some of these guys they're starting to get older, like our stars. We looked at like LeBron, Once like that era goes, it'll be interesting to see basketball as like a whole.
Mm-hmm. Luka Doncic is going to take over. He's only 23.
Yeah,
Giannis. He has Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, Giannis. I don't think Giannis. I think he's a little overrated. I'm going to be a hot take on this one.
He is. He doesn't show up in the playoffs.
Yeah, he falls under pressure.
Dog.
And he's one.
If you make him shoot, you'll beat the Bucks. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And the thing, he can't even dish the rock like that. Like he doesn't average 10 assists. So even Chris Middleton, if you get him the ball, they could win a lot more games. But he can't. When he's not the best at driving and dishing.
And their salary cap, they spend so much money on him. They have no room. Like between him and Chris Middleton, you can only get like average role pieces at best. Like you can't get anything else. That's the problem with the small market is and putting all that money in a big player.
Yeah.
And they don't. But that these players that like want, if you're like Giannis Antetokounmpo, like it's cool if you want a supermax contract. But then if Chris Middleton turns around and also wants a supermax contract, then y'all are both just saying you don't want to win games because you're not the other people. So.
Yeah, that's definitely the problem with it. Well, Austin, Saiku boys, thanks for coming on. Lafayette, if you'll go check this out, we're gonna keep getting some more people on.
No problem. Appreciate it.